All right, y'all. So bear with me. Get this. All right. Get this. Title of this video is This Anonymous Military Insider. Anytime you hear insider, that means somebody's coming out with some information. They mad, they upset, and they about to spill it all, right? This anonymous military insider just said the military has clear footage of those advanced balloons. All right? So how does that make y'all feel? We've talked about information always being thrown at us, kind of throwing our the scent off the trail, different things like that. Can we really trust them? Oh, that's not a UFO. That's just a balloon. Oh, that's not a UFO. That could be a drone. Oh, that's not that. Y'all are just crazy. But we got insiders coming forth with information now. It's cool. We're going to get into this video and check out what he got to say. So if you're new, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and join the fam. Let's check this out.
According to an anonymous military insider, they revealed that there is footage of unidentified objects interacting with United States aircrafts around the same time that the balloon craze was happening, but said that the US Department of Defense has declined to make it public. The existence of this footage suggests that there have been incidents involving mysterious aircrafts, and that the government deems this footage as highly classified. We are all aware that a Chinese spy balloon was taken out above the United States, and in February of this year, a pilot operating a reconnaissance plane managed to snap a selfie as he flew over the spy balloon before it was taken down. Interestingly enough, over the course of several weeks, 3 additional unidentified objects were destroyed while flying through the skies. One of the objects was shot down above Dead Horse, Alaska on February 10th, followed by another in the Yukon Territory in Canada just 24 hours later. The final object was neutralized by a fighter jet while flying at an altitude of 20,000 feet over the Great Lakes on February 11th. These occurrences appear to suggest that there may be a potential threat to air travel that needs to be taken into consideration by those in the business of aviation. According to a Department of Defense spokesman, they admitted that there exists visual evidence in the form of photos and videos related to the incidents. However, as of right now, the spokesperson declined to share them. According to the Pentagon spokesman, there is footage of aircraft interactions with high-altitude objects, but it has been classified and cannot be released at this time. There is no specific timeline for its potential release. Some noticed that the United States quickly declassified footage showing a Russian jet collision with a US military drone over the Black Sea, which led some to question why they wouldn't release the footage of the mysterious objects they encountered.
Bingo. We're always quick. Now, you can also make the case and say, okay, well, we're trying to study its weaponry and different things like that. I get that. You know what I mean? But it still raises the question of how all these other footages get declassified so fast, except these. Is it because we're currently in a situation with other countries right now? I can get that as well. But it still doesn't make me all the way shy away from the questioning about the whole UFOs type stuff. Things that y'all haven't been telling us. See, we wouldn't have these questions if you would be upfront and honest with us about things that we're seeing in the sky with our own 2 eyes that don't look like anything from another country. Look like something from another planet.
Earlier this year. As of right now, the government's decision to withhold this footage has raised questions about the content and fueled speculation within the public.
Exactly.
There's been a few ideas that have been put forward for why the United States government is doing this.
Here we go.
One is that these aircrafts may be a threat to national security, and so officials don't want the general public knowing about them, while the other is that the imagery may be potentially embarrassing for the government. The Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade, located in northern Illinois, recently informed news websites that there is a possibility that the object which was shot down over Yukon could be their relatively inexpensive $13 balloon hobby project. According to a member, Upon hearing that there was a silver object with a payload attached to it, their initial thought was that it could possibly be one of their balloons. John Greenwald, a researcher in the field of unidentified objects, was denied access to see some images through his Freedom of Information Act request. The Pentagon cited national security exemptions in refusing John's request. According to an Air Force representative who spoke to Greenwald, the disclosure of these images could potentially reveal sensitive information about intelligence operations, including covert activities and the sources or methods used in intelligence gathering. Additionally, the images may also contain information pertaining to scientific or technological advancements, as well as economic matters related to national security. Both Canadian and American governments have decided to stop searching for the unidentified objects that were reportedly seen in the sky. President Biden has confirmed that the unknown craft was most likely a group of research balloons, and this decision was made after an extensive search was conducted by both governments. The government was mocked over this, with many saying that the United States spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to take down a balloon worth less than $15. However, there's still many details that don't add up. On February 3rd, a woman witnessed what she described as a possible explosion in the sky above Billings. The woman captured a video of the incident and shared it on social media. The video showed a bright burst of light in the sky, which was followed by a loud booming sound. According to Miss Moore, she spotted a jet flying overhead, followed by a loud explosion in the sky. It is uncertain what exactly happened, but her post caused many people to wonder about the cause of the explosion. According to Moore, a former employee at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Great Falls, she quickly made an assumption that the recent explosion was possibly related to the Chinese surveillance balloon that was sighted in Billings. She believes that there may be a connection between the two incidents, but was told by officials that the balloon wasn't in the area at the time of her sighting.
Wow.
As of right now, the footage has been declared as genuine, but no one has been able to identify what the object was. Interestingly, shortly after this post, others came forward with their sightings and encounters, saying that they had seen fast-moving objects in the sky moments before one of them was taken down. To this day, there's still many unanswered questions. The topic of mysterious aircrafts has been a matter of interest and debate for several decades. Many people have reported sightings of strange objects that defy the laws of aviation, and there are many theories about their origins and purposes. One of the most intriguing aspects of these sightings is the involvement of governments around the world. Firstly, it is important to note that the government's involvement with these aircrafts is not a new phenomenon. In fact, there are reports of government investigations into mysterious objects dating back to the 1940s. One of the most well-known investigations was conducted by the United States Air Force in the 1950s and 1960s, known as Project Blue Book.
Now, that starts to pose the question, and I know this is going to be so far left, like, oh my gosh, but I have to tell you what I'm thinking. As crazy as it may sound, I still have to say what I'm thinking. But that makes me think that, are you working with them? Maybe that's why you're hiding things, information. Are you working with them? Have you already made contact and established some type of relationship and are working with them? Told you it was going to sound crazy, but I had to tell you what was going through my head after hearing what they said.
This project collected thousands of reports and attempted to provide explanations for them. However, it was eventually terminated in 1969 due to the lack of evidence of any threat to national security. Those who've investigated the unknown have said this was used as a front, and that further programs were opened immediately after Project Blue Book closed, with some researchers saying this was done to give off the impression that these mysterious aircrafts were not of interest. Despite the termination of Project Blue Book, many people believe that the government continues to investigate these strange objects. There have been several reports of government agencies, such as the Central Intelligence Agency and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, conducting investigations into mysterious sightings. In addition, Some people believe that the government has covered up evidence of sightings in order to avoid public panic or to protect national security, which has caused researchers to say that government officials know more than what they're letting on.
Yeah.
As of right now,
think?
the relationship between the government and these strange objects is complex and often controversial. While some people believe that the government has evidence of these strange aircrafts, others have said that the majority of sightings can be explained as things such as planes, helicopters, wildlife, and natural phenomenon.
True.
However,
True.
believers
Could
point
be.
out that the phenomenon of unidentified objects has been reported for centuries, with many cultures and civilizations describing encounters with strange aerial objects. However, one of the earliest recorded sightings of a strange aircraft comes from the 4th century BC in ancient Greece. The Greek historian Thucydides, in his work History of the Peloponnesian War, described an unusual occurrence during a battle in the skies over the city of Syracuse. According to his account, during the siege of Syracuse in 413 BC, both the Athenian and Syracusan armies witnessed a great shape, all in white, hovering over the city. Thucydides goes on to say that the object remained in the sky for some time, emitting a loud noise, before eventually disappearing from sight. This account is significant not only for being one of the earliest recorded sightings of a mysterious aircraft, but also for its detailed and objective nature. Thucydides was a respected historian, known for his attention to detail and his reliance on first-hand accounts. His report of the sighting is based on the testimonies of multiple witnesses and is presented in a matter-of-fact manner. The ancient Greek civilization was not the only one to record sightings of strange objects in the sky. Similar accounts can be found in other ancient texts, such as the Vedas of ancient India and the writings of ancient Chinese scholars. These accounts suggest that the phenomenon of strange aircrafts has been part of human experience for thousands of years.
That's true.
In the late 1800s, reports of strange sightings in the sky began to emerge in the United States, specifically in the Midwest and West Coast regions. The sightings were of strange airships, unlike any known aircraft of the time, and they sparked a sensation that became known as the mystery airships. The earliest recorded sighting of a mystery airship occurred in November 1896 in Sacramento, California.
Back in the 1800s, they were reporting these sightings, right? Now, this is a question for all those who, oh my gosh, y'all are just crazy. Y'all believing in this. Y'all looking into this. You're reading into this. Why are you looking at all this type of stuff? So did they have drones back then? Did they? Explain this stuff. Back in the 1800s, they had drones? Sure, they had some aircrafts possibly, but drones or anything? So explain some of the craziness they were seeing. Just saying. I mean, what even type of aircraft did they have back then?
When witnesses reported
Thoughts.
seeing a cigar-shaped object with bright lights hovering over the city.
Cigar-shaped.
The following year, reports of similar sightings began to emerge from other areas, including Nebraska, Texas, and Kansas. The descriptions of the mystery airships varied, but they generally were reported to be large, cigar-shaped objects that were brightly lit and often had propellers or wings. Some witnesses reported seeing windows or portholes on the craft, and some claimed to have seen strange beings inside. Others reported that the airships emitted strange sounds or had strange propulsion systems, such as a rotating blade or a cannon-like device that shot out flames. The reports of the mystery airships captured the public's imagination, and newspapers of the time covered the sightings extensively. The stories often speculated about the origins and purpose of the airships, with some suggesting they were from other planets, or that they were secret inventions of a foreign government. However, as quickly as the sightings began, they also seemed to disappear. By the end of 1897, reports of the mystery airships had largely ceased, and they were soon forgotten as the focus of the public's attention shifted to other phenomena. As of right now, the mystery airships remain an enigma. Some skeptics suggest that the sightings were simply misidentifications of known aircraft or hoaxes perpetrated by pranksters or newspaper reporters. However, others point to the consistency of the reports across different regions and the lack of any known aircraft that could have been responsible for the sightings.
Thank you.
Oddly enough, witnesses would often describe the aircrafts as being able to hover in the sky motionless without making a sound, and amateur researchers have said that these aircrafts are still being sighted today, which adds credibility to these claims. The mystery airships of the late...
Sorry, y'all, we're not the crazy ones. You know what I mean? We may not be 100% correct, but look at what we have to go off of. But we ain't crazy for looking into it, though. There's something there.
1800s remain a fascinating piece of American folklore and continue to intrigue those interested in unexplained phenomena. Mysterious aircrafts have been a subject of fascination for people across the globe for several decades. These mysterious objects are typically reported as flying in the sky and exhibiting unusual flight characteristics that cannot be explained by conventional aircraft. While many people dismiss these sightings as hoaxes, misidentifications, or illusions, others believe that they represent evidence of advanced life or advanced technology. One reason why these objects interest people is the possibility that they may represent evidence of advanced life. Humans have been searching for signs of life beyond Earth for centuries, and the possibility that other intelligent beings exist in the universe is a topic that has captivated the imagination of many people. The possibility that these sightings are evidence of extraterrestrial spacecraft has been explored in many books, movies, and television shows, and the idea of advanced life visiting Earth is a popular trope in science fiction. Another reason why these aircrafts interest people is the potential implications for science and technology. If these sightings are indeed evidence of advanced technology beyond human capabilities, then it could have a significant impact on the way we understand the world and our place in it. True. Scientists and researchers may be interested in studying these sightings in order to learn more about the laws of physics and the potential for new technologies. Mysterious aircrafts may also interest people because of the mysteries that surround them. Despite the many sightings that have been reported over the years, there is still much that is unknown about them. Questions remain about the nature of these objects, the beings that may be piloting them, and the reasons behind their visits to Earth. The unknown elements of mysterious flying aircrafts adds an element of excitement and intrigue for those who are interested in the topic. So, what do you make of these unsolved mysteries? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while we're...
What do we make of it, y'all? I think we make out that it's not too many agencies out there that we can trust. Simple. And anything we figure out, we're pretty much gonna have to do it on our own. Because do we know who really has our back? Can't trust everybody because they're spoon feeding us the information they want us to have. This stuff has been going on since the 18th, since the 1800s. 18th. Where am I going? My son's birthday is on the 18th. So the 18th has been jumping up to me. That's why it keeps wanting to come out the 18th. But since the 1800s. Think about some of the things we've talked about with the tombs and how agencies have been hiding things and all that kind of stuff like that. This is no different. And we just got to witness it this year with the balloons. Now, granted, that could be something else, but who knows? Who knows what to believe these days? It's tough when you feel like everyone's lying to you and you don't know who to trust. It's tough. But listen, man, y'all get at me in the comment section and let me know what you thought about this video. And does it, I don't know, does it give you those same feelings I have? I got trust issues. Trust issues. Y'all stick around and stay tuned, man. Leave a like. Tear that like button up. And until next one, I'm gone. Peace.